I didn't want to do this, but we're going to talk about it because I didn't go looking for that smoke. This whole thing started when someone dropped a comment on one of my videos. They said they spent $5,000 on Home Service Academy and hadn't made a single dollar back. Not one client, not one job. They even said my free Facebook videos had more value than the months they spent in that program. And ever since then, my inbox has been flooded. More and more people every day telling me the same exact story. I spent $8,000, $12,000, still no clients, still no business. So yeah, I've got beef with Home Service Academy. You know, Johnny and Sergio, they make flashy content and big claims, but their students are coming to me for help. This isn't about YouTube drama. This is about people getting burned. And I'm going to tell you exactly what's happening so you can avoid making the same $12,000 mistake. But before we go further, if this is your first time here, let me introduce myself real quick. I'm John Margulies, founder of Happy Home Helpers, a 7-figure remote cleaning business, and Rags to Riches University, where I help people like you start a profitable cleaning business using nothing but a phone and laptop. I'm also a special consultant for Jobber, the leading software for home service businesses. I've been featured on their podcast multiple times, and I was a keynote speaker at the 2025 Jobber Summit. And just to be 100% transparent, so you know you're getting expert advice from somebody who actually knows how to grow a cleaning business, here's my real revenue from last year in 2024. I'm filtering this report in Jobber to show you January 1st through December 31st. And as you can see, I processed $1,330,668.45. That doesn't even include the checks and cash I collected. And this wasn't during a booming economy. This was during a downturn, a time when most people were playing defense. I was scaling. And just to drive it home, here's my actual 1099 income statement from last year, straight from my tax return. $1,377,800.93 earned in 2024. No fluff, no vague stories, no filters, just proof. I've never seen Johnny or Sergio show receipts like this. Just stories that don't add up and a whole lot of talking. After speaking to several of their students on Zoom, let's start with one of the worst pieces of advice they give. They tell their students to launch their cleaning businesses in a state that they don't even live in. And why does that matter? Because the cheapest and fastest way to grow is through local partnerships. Real estate agents, property managers, apartment communities, local handymen, pest control companies, junk haulers, non-competitors who already serve your ideal customers. But if you don't even live in that state you're operating in, how are you supposed to build those relationships? You can't. You're completely locked out of the one advantage that doesn't cost you a dime. I would never advise that. It puts you at a major disadvantage from day one. Now let's take a look at the coaching model that they're running. Multiple students have told me that they have to pay more to fix what didn't work in the first place. But to be totally fair, I read their story and they said that their cleaning business made $750,000 of revenue in the first 5 years. And if that's true, much respect. That's solid. But I almost did that in my first year. And now I'm on pace to do $2 million this year alone. Now, I don't say that to flex. I say it to show you the difference between someone who's done it a little and someone who's built a real scalable system. They're a lot younger than me. I've got 15 years more business experience under my belt, and that matters when you're teaching people how to build businesses. Here's the other thing. I don't think they actually run a remote cleaning business anymore. They did window washing, and now they just make content and sell courses. There's a big difference between content creators and business operators. One's trying to grow their channel, and the other one is growing an actual cleaning business, learning exactly what works in the industry right now. So if you're trying to decide between my training and theirs, here's what I'll say. They're great at selling the dream, but from what I've heard firsthand, they don't deliver the results. And the reason they can't deliver is simple. They never built a real scalable multi-million-dollar cleaning business like I have. They don't know how to teach you what they haven't lived. So if you've already been burned or you're considering jumping in, let's talk. No vague lessons, no hype. Just a real proven roadmap built by somebody who's in the trenches right now. If you want help building a remote cleaning business that actually gets clients, then check out my training. It's the exact system I used to build a 7-figure business in under 2 years. And if you've had a bad experience with these guys, leave me a comment below, because you're not alone. That's why I come on here, to give you as much value as I can for free. So let's build something together. Hit that like button, smash subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.